Well, we happen to have an actual, genuine exorcist in our presence right now. Marky Gardner, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, Sam?
Yeah.
Good to see you, mate.
Good, mate. Good.
Now, talk to us about this, because this is crazy, right? So you've got the film here, Possessed, Chris Sun doing an amazing job of directing these huge films and bringing them here to the Sunshine Coast. Your job as an exorcist, what is it for those who don't know, and how do you get into something like this?
Well, firstly, it's not a job because I don't get paid.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's a purely voluntary thing. So I didn't actually get into it. I kind of accidentally fell into it.
Yeah.
I just had an exorcism on myself about 15 years ago, which was a mortifying experience. And everything that you can see, things like on, say, the Exorcist, the movie with the whole screaming and the yelling and all that sort of stuff, it happened to me. Wow. It was a 2.5 hour experience, and I was spitting blood, and I was right up to my ankles, and I was just standing upright like this, and it was like my skin was being peeled off, and it was a horrifying experience. And it just sort of eventuated from there, and here I am.
Not a great first date, is what you're saying.
No, it was awful. I probably wouldn't call her again. You know?
That's huge.
In all seriousness, though, I'm a massive cynic, and I'm a skeptical human being, as a lot of people are. What is the foundations of an exorcism? Because essentially, from what I understand and from my experience, which we'll get to, there is certainly a world of that we don't quite understand, that you can't put a finger on as to, that can't necessarily be explained. But there's darker spirits, darker elements, darker whatever that you essentially try and remove from the body.
I think it's something that mankind has been dealing with for many thousands, since we've been on this planet. A lot of the indigenous cultures just take it as a given. Mm-hmm. Smoking ceremonies, and a lot of those things, they just take it that, you die and you become a spirit, and you become a soul. And there are plenty of those on the planet. In fact, there's more of those here than there are physical beings.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what I know what earthbound being is. Basically a person who's died. But there's a dark force entity which I've experienced, which I don't even know what that is, but it's a very nasty, angry, violent thing that just can occupy a body. Not everybody. Everyone's got something on them, because we're designed to carry energy, and it can be dark energy or light energy, and it's the dark energy that I chase and try and get off people. I find a lot with alcoholics and drug addicts that it's a much, much more difficult situation for them, because they're basically disenfranchising themselves of their own soul. They're basically letting go of the avatar that they're driving. And once you're away from the keyboard and the mouse, they can drive the body.
Have you found that working with people who, have alcoholism and they have been into drugs and things like that, and they want to remove those demons, have you found that they've turned a corner?
Oh, yes.
And have completely become a new person, or back to themselves before all of that happened?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I had one girl, I walked in there and her eyes were a different colour than she would normally have. They were like a lime green. And I was sitting like halfway down past her eyelid there. And for all money, she looked dead. I don't know if you've ever seen a dead person, but that's what they look like. Oh. And I thought, what have I got here? So it took me about an hour and a half to clear that, and it was just horrendous. But that person hasn't taken drugs again. She was a young 20-year-old. Beautiful human being under all of that. Fantastic, in fact.
See, it sounds like you could be of great service to the Melbourne Storm Football Club. With these kinds of demon excisings that can help them.
Yes, well, that's probably why they did it, mate.
I didn't suggest Collingwood because there's no hope for them.
Well, Marky, we can talk to you all day, but look, we do have to get to the news, but you have performed one of these on Sam before.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes.
And what I remember is the grounding experience you had afterwards is the thing that I remember more than anything. So we had a time where I actually felt kind of, when you go to those flotation tanks when you go and have that sort of at the spa treatment?
Yeah.
You go to the day spa, Dale.
Oh, nice.
This is what happens. But I remember having this experience where it just felt kind of numbing, and then afterwards you went through a little bit of merry hell from what I recall, and then afterwards you're having to stand barefoot on the grass to try and ground yourself again because of the experience.
Yeah, look, this thing for me is not, I didn't go to Catholic exorcism school, or I didn't have any shaman or guru teach me anything. I came upon this. And I just started clearing people, and it was being useful, and it was helping people, so I just kept doing it. And that was just something I did because for some reason, once I had the first exorcism, it was very easy for me to sacrifice my body to take the darkness off people, and then I had to get rid of it.
Don't I know that for a whole other reason, but we're in the same league, brother.
Over a drink,
I'll
we'll talk about it.
sacrifice this carcass for the ladies.
You single for 0.2 of a second and look what happens.